Hi guys, welcome to week 6, lesson 1. For this one we are looking at Venn diagrams. So the learning intention is to understand how Venn diagrams represent information and to construct a Venn diagram from data. So basically by the end of this you should be able to read a Venn diagram and understand what it's telling you. And you should be able to construct a Venn diagram from some data that you've been given. So for a start, I'm just going to introduce what a Venn diagram is. So a Venn diagram uses circles or ellipses to show how two or more sets of information are related. They often have an overlap in them, is one of them, and they help organize data from an experiment. So let's just, for example, so you see what one looks like and what I mean. A survey was completed of people to see what kind of computer they owned, a Mac or a PC, and it was done of 100 people, and it was Mac versus PC, so Apple versus Windows, basically. To show that data, we then draw our Venn diagram. And we've got to label it as well. So on here we had Mac was the green circle and PC was the blue circle. Of the results, we had 31 people who used a Mac. We had 12 who used both, 50 who used PC only, and then 7 who didn't use either. So what this diagram shows us is that 12 people own both, 62 people own a PC, and we tell this by looking at both this part here and this. So we go 50 plus 12 equals 62 own a PC. Okay? Then we look, 7 own neither, which is this little part down in the bottom. And then 31 people own only a Mac. So when we say only, it means this little part here, not including the overlap. When we say, they own a PC, it can include the overlap and the circle. So that's what one looks like. So if you look at the notes I've put up, it's got more detail about what the diagram shows. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do an actual example where we then complete some information and make a Venn diagram ourselves. And I cheated to make this quicker. So our example is, we've got a survey of 30 people found that 21 like AFL and 12 like soccer. Also, 7 people like both AFL and soccer, and 4 like neither AFL nor soccer. So what we've got to do straight off is construct a Venn diagram. So we'll draw a rectangle. Doesn't have to be neat. Do 2 circles. One is so much bigger than the other. Then we've got to label. Let's label for a start. So we'll put AFL on this side here, and then we'll put soccer on the gigantic side over here. So when we look at the information we were given, we were told 30 people, so it was 30 people all up. Now this is really important because our numbers that we put in here cannot add to more than 30. Okay? So then we find out 21 like AFL and 12 like soccer. But we also have 7 that like both. Now, if we add up 21 plus 12 plus 7, we're going to get more than 30. So what we can do straight off is we know that 7 like both. And we can put that 7 there. And we have 4 like neither. So that can be put there. Now, when they said this, they didn't say 21 people only like AFL. So they can like both. So what we've got to go is we've got to go 21 minus 7, which equals 14. So we've got 14 people who like only AFL. But if we talk about whether they like AFL, we've got 21 all up. We've then got 12 that like soccer, but once again, it doesn't state only soccer. So we've got to take away that 7, which gives us 5. So then we put a 5 here. So if we go and add that up, we've got 14 plus 7 is 21, plus 5, 26, plus 4 gives us 30. So we're all good. Okay, so we've got that right then. So that's something we've got to look out for, is whether they use the terminology only. If they don't, then you're probably going to have to do some subtraction like I did here. So then we got some questions. So how many people like AFL or soccer? So what we do is we add these, anything in the circles, but we don't include that because they don't like either. So we go 14 plus 7 plus 5, which gives us 26. So 26 people like AFL or soccer. Then we look, people who do not like soccer. So that's where we look at the people who only like AFL and like neither. We're going to go 14 plus 4, which equals 18. And then we've got like only AFL. So that means this part here, not including overlap, which is just 14. Okay, so now we're on to the probability part. So if 1 of 30 people was randomly selected, find the probability that they like AFL and soccer. So when it says and soccer, that means that's that middle overlap area. So we're going to have 7 out of 30 because there's 30 all up. Then we look, probability they like neither. That's that little part down there. So that's going to be 4 over 30. You can convert those into decimals if you like. It's up to you. Then we've got the last one is probability that they like only soccer. So if we look, we've got 5 in the only soccer area. So it's 5 over 30. And that's our example. If you have any questions, let me know. But otherwise, that's it for this lesson. Thank you.